that you're here. Hope you're having the best, happiest, most wonderful day ever. We're going to do a fun little reading today. We're looking at who's on your social media, who is watching you online, who's looking at you, and why. Why are they watching you? What are they thinking? What are their intentions? Just whatever pops up. So we've got 5 different piles to choose from today. We've got group 1 over here, group 2, group 3, group 4, and then group 5. So if you want to take some time to pause the video and look at those, go right ahead. Ask yourself, who's looking at me online? Who do I need to know about? What do I need to know here? Where's my message? And then if it doesn't resonate, then you might want to pick a different pile, because I'm pretty sure like in all of these readings, it was someone that you would pretty much know. But yeah, if there's not a reading for you here at all in this video, that's totally fine. I do have some other ones. I'm working on building up that catalog some more. So if you want to subscribe to the channel and be here when I post those, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like it. It just helps boost the post, boost the video, and get it out there more in front of other faces and eyes and ears. What else do I need to say today? I guess not much. I'm going to put your timestamp as usual in the description box below. So look for your group, your piles reading there. And I also put a song with each reading, and it'll be there with your timestamp. So I'm going to stop talking now. We'll get into the reading. I'm also going to put 2 different timestamps, one for who is looking at your social media, and then the second one is why. That way, if you want to skip forward once you're like, oh, I know who this person is, and you don't want to listen to any more about it, you could skip to the other part if you feel like it. So there's going to be part 1 and part 2 for each reading for that reason. So yes, without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, group 1. Okay, so if you chose this Chrysocolla, this is your reading, and we're going to find out who's looking at you, first of all. So who's looking at your social media? Who's checking you out? Okay, we're going to get to that first, and then we'll look at why and what they're thinking about you. So this person very well might be a Taurus, because we have a lot of Taurus energy here, literally like clarifying each other. We've got the Empress and the Hierophant. So take it if it resonates. If not, that's cool. But yeah, a lot of earthy energy here. Also, a lot of feminine energy. Again, take it as it resonates. They don't have to identify as feminine, but there is sort of some feminine energy here. This person might be a parent. They could actually be a wife also. But we do have parents showing up, so that's got something to do with this person here. They are going through some sort of period of healing right now. So we also have, they make me happy in reverse. So I think that if they are seeing someone, they may be in an unhappy relationship. We've got energy vampire over here too. So they may be dealing with someone who is really draining, really pulling on their energy a lot. I think that, I know we're not really getting into what they're looking at you for yet, but we do have a couple of things here that were making me think that when they look at you, they kind of like fantasize a lot. I don't know if that's about you and them being together, or if that's just like you inspire them to have a different sort of life. I definitely do get like inspiration and just like dreamy vibes here. I don't know. Again, it's just inspirational. Like when they look at you, they feel like there's so much potential to change their life in any way that they see fit, that like basically the possibilities are endless, I don't know, I think that they feel like more creative. They just feel, they see things from a different perspective. You kind of shift their perspective a little bit, and you make them think about making changes in their life. Again, I don't know if that's like in order to be with you romantically, or if that's just them personally and you're just inspiring them to do that in their own life. But you make them feel as though the obstacles that are in between them and these changes, that they can handle them. So getting back into who this person is, I think that they're probably a very hard worker. They don't like to rely on other people that actually could be in an unhealthy way also. Like they may really struggle to even ask for help. Um, they're like very, very independent. Again, a lot of Taurus energy coming through here, like some stubbornness also. Um, and it may not even be that they just love material things. It's not even that. It's just they really value stability and security, and they don't want to feel like if they depend on someone else, that might make them feel a little unsafe. Again, that may not be the healthiest thing, like especially if you're in a relationship and it's healthy, you should be able to be, interdependent. Um, but yeah, I just get the sense that this person does not like to rely on other people. They just don't want to have to depend on someone else to get it done because they don't know if that person will get it done. So there may be some stuff from childhood there with that. Maybe the way that they were raised, maybe they never got to make their own decisions, and they feel like when other people help them, they become powerless and have no control over themselves and their lives. Or maybe people let them down time and time again, and so they kind of have like trust issues with that. Like, well, every time I've trusted someone in the past to help me, it always falls through. So I've learned not to do that. Either way, they definitely don't mind to work hard. They are very goal-oriented, very future-oriented. This person actually might be kind of anxious because they're so future goal-oriented. Again, I get a lot of this dreaminess here too, where they fantasize a lot. Like that might actually be a form of escapism for them, is just literally just fantasizing and thinking of hypotheticals all the time, and worrying about the future like way before they need to. So that might be something that they deal with. I think this person has struggled with finding their own identity too, because people have always told them who they are. A lot of that looking glass self concept here, where it's like, well, I guess that this is who I am because everyone told me this is who I am. I think that they're stepping out of that though with this healing card over here, and they're starting to look at themselves differently, more deeply. I think that they probably see some of themselves in you. So again, that could be part of the reason they're watching you, and again, why they feel inspired or more creative when they're either around you or looking at you. That could be why they follow you, why they watch you online. Yeah, I think that they're trying to fight off all of these stories that have been told to them about themselves in the past, Again, like their whole life, people telling them, well, this is who you are, this is what you should do, this is you. And they're trying to cut all of that out and like get to the core of who they actually are and figure that out for themselves. They've dealt with a lot of deceptive energy that might be part of their karma in this lifetime, is just to be thrown off their path. Again, some of these people may have had a lot of control around them their whole life, and just not had the freedom to be themselves and make their own decisions. And so now in adulthood, they're struggling to learn how to do that. But that's, again, probably just a karmic thing that they're working through. This person, there is a lot of sexual energy here too. Not a lot. I don't know. There's a fair amount. We'll say that. There's a fair amount of sexual energy here too, which that's cool. I mean, we're sexual beings, most of us. But I feel like maybe they haven't always had the healthiest relationship with sex. That could mean a lot of different things. They could kind of like directly correlate the act of sex with like love, like deep love. And I'm not saying, that you can't love who you're having sex with, but having sex doesn't mean that person loves you. So this person, they may have struggled with that also. They may still be, I don't know, but because we have the devil here in reverse. So I don't know, I was just picking that up, that they may have not the healthiest of views around sex and around themselves in a sexual way. They may have always depended on others to meet their needs sexually, and maybe just now stepping out of that and learning how to do that on their own, which is interesting because they're very independent in a lot of other ways. But when it comes to taking care of themselves, nurturing themselves, again, because they don't like to rest, they like to work too much, too hard. So when it comes to these nurturing things, even in a sexual way, I don't know if they've really done that for themselves. Yeah, and so again, that's kind of another way that they almost hand over control to other people in that way, because they could do some of this themselves. They could take care of themselves, but they have this like illusion that for some reason they can't. So they just feel like they have to have other people do that. It's interesting. I also feel like this person is conflict avoidant here, so they don't like confrontation. They probably get really nervous around any argument or disagreement that seems to be escalating. They just really are afraid of conflict. They want to. This is a flight person, okay? Like you've got fight, flight, freeze. This person is flight all the way. They are going to ditch the scene as soon as possible if things get heated. They also may have just an avoidant attachment style too, but I'm picking up more so like anxious avoidant, so like preoccupied or disorganized attachment style, whichever one you wanna say. But I definitely wouldn't say this person has a secure attachment style. Again, though, we do have healing, and I think that this person is pretty self-aware because with the Hierophant over here too, this person likes to learn. They like to study. She's literally reading a book in this picture. Yeah, I think that they like to learn. Again, I think they are self-aware. They want to learn more about themselves on this deeper level. Again, with this picture over here with the Hangman where she's looking at herself and they're looking at themselves more deeply and they're learning about themselves. They're doing a lot of learning about themselves, about their own behavior, why they are the way that they are. And so anything that is unhealthy, that may be why the Devil is in reverse over here, like they're wanting to work on changing these unhealthy behaviors and finding better, healthier, more beneficial patterns for themselves. So yeah, this person is very interesting. I think they are super smart. They're probably very attractive with the Empress being here. Like they're probably like very, very attractive. And just very, again, stable, independent. Like this is definitely boss bitch energy. So interesting that they're in such an unhappy relationship because the person kind of seems like a real catch. But then again, with this card over here that's kind of making me feel that sort of unhealthy relationship with sex, that may just not be sex only, but just their relationships in general. They may have had a lot of unhealthy relationships. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to add about this person. I mean, we do have the Alice in Wonderland deck here. So again, this person, very dreamy. That may even be like their aesthetic is that kind of like dreamy fairy tale kind of vibe. There's a lot of brighter colors here, and then with the lamb too, I think that they're just very sweet, very compassionate. I think people underestimate them though. I think people underestimate them a lot because they are so sweet. And I mean, they have insecurities like a lot of people do, and I think that people, I don't know how else to put it, just underestimate them and their resilience, their power to overcome, and probably how smart they are. I don't think that a lot of people look at this person and realize that there's a lot more going on in there than what it looks like. Because again, if this person's very attractive and very sweet, I don't know, they might just come across as, like, oh, they probably just rely on their looks. But in reality, the person is definitely very studious, very studious. I think that they're a good communicator. I think that even though that may be someone's first impression, like at just a first glance, it wouldn't take very long after talking to this person. Like it could be a very short conversation, and just a simple conversation with this person would show you that, oh wow, there is a lot more going on in there. They have, I think, a lot of empathy. So when they communicate, they're very worried about the other person, making the other person more comfortable, maybe even using humor to do that. They probably are very like witty, since we have this like intellectual kind of energy over here too. They're probably just very like quick on their feet when it comes to jokes and things. And because they are very conflict avoidant, I think that if they do need to step in and resolve some conflict, I think that they're good at doing that in a verbal way. Like I think that they're good at finding peace, finding balance, finding a resolution, a compromise. Again, very feminine energy here. That's more of a feminine kind of response, is to avoid conflict and to compromise. So yeah, that's who this person is. Now let's get this off of the table, clear this away, and figure out why they're looking at you and what they're thinking about you when they're checking you out online. Wow, okay. This took quite the turn. I don't even know where to begin after all the nice things that I just said about that person. Which, okay, it's not like those things are not true, but this person I think is a little unstable, and it's gonna vary depending on the situation. Because, like, if you're not talking to this person, if you don't know who this is, and you're not, like, romantically involved with this person, then they're very unstable, okay? Because this person's, like, obsessed with you a little bit. Like, they're kind of in love with you. And again, so if you know who this person is and you're like, what? It's not even like that. Well, to them, it is. And they know it's not supposed to be like that. This is really coming across like this person is in a marriage. So if that doesn't make sense, that's okay. You can just ignore that part if the rest does make sense. But we've had a lot in the cards that were describing them, and then now again that make it seem as though if it's not a marriage, it's a very serious commitment. They are with someone else. They are taken. Or at the very least, you are. If not both of you, one of you. And it's just coming through as like they are. It's coming through like this person is a wife. I want to say wife. Again, I keep getting a lot of feminine energy. And I feel like this is someone's wife who really wants to bang you, honestly. They are really... I mean, wow. Let me read through some of these message cards here. So we have let's have sex. We have I'm trying to make you jealous. We have we can't. I'm trying to change for you. And then the ones that came out in reverse are you real? And I can't love you, but I want you to love me. So with those reversals, I think it's like, I think that they can love you and they wonder if you can love them. You know what I mean? So I do think that even though they do have all of this obsession and all of these emotions for you, they wonder, you know, that they know that that might be a little delusional. They wonder if it is or not. When they're watching you online, they're trying to be subtle about it, but I think that they like stalk your page. Like, I don't think that they're just checking you out every now and then online. I think that they are definitely keeping tabs on you, and they may not, you know, want you or anyone for that matter to know just how often they look at your socials and how often they think about you. Again, I feel like this person, I think you're on their mind all the time, and it's like draining to them because, well, for one, they're thinking and obsessing about you all the time. Again, I did kind of mention, you know, when we described them, that they get very airy, dreamy, just very, you know, fantasy-based thoughts, like very much just hypotheticals, and that seems like a form of escapism for them maybe. So you are that for this person. You are their escapism from their unhappy marriage, basically. And if it's not a marriage, just their unhappy relationship, their unhappy life. This person is lonely. They don't feel emotionally connected to their partner at all. They literally don't care about them at all. That sounds so harsh, but I feel like their partner, you know, I don't know. I don't have anything to go off of about this person here, but I feel like they want to be a good partner for this person. I think that they do have love for them, and they enjoy having a home with them, but your person here, they got their eyes on you, and they're just very unfulfilled in this other relationship, no matter how much this other person does for them. And I think it's a lot. We do have trauma bond and money, home wrecker, and divorce as our other little keyword cards over here. And I think that all kind of speaks for itself here. Now, trauma bond, I don't know if this person's marriage actually is a trauma bond or not, or if they think that you're in one with someone, or maybe they are just affected by other trauma bonds in their past. I don't know, but that did show up here. It's not super shocking with the way that they're coming across a little bit emotionally unstable, because again, it's just very like obsessive. It's very delusional. And it won't be as much, again, like if you know that this person's with someone and you are playing that kind of homewrecker part, and I don't mean that in an offensive way, that's just what the card says, but you know what I mean. If you're like a third party in this situation, then yeah, maybe they're not that like crazy. But if you're not, and you just thought this person was like friends with you or something, no, they definitely don't want to be just friends with you. I feel like they really imagine a future with you. Yeah, so it's not like whenever I was describing the person and I said maybe they just feel inspired around you. I do think they feel inspired around you and by you. I do think that. But more so when they're looking at your page and they're thinking of you, they're thinking about how life with you as a partner would be, what a home with you would be like, maybe having kids. We had parent there in those other cards, so maybe they think about having children with you. Um, they definitely think about sex with you a lot, so I don't know, again, if you've had any sexual relationship with them. Um, but this person's very much done with whatever relationship they're in. They're just not present at all. I mean, they're there, they're in it, but they're going through the motions. They don't want to be in it. They literally might be staying with this person because of money, because the person takes care of them, or because a divorce is too expensive. I don't know. But they're not happy. They're like honestly so unfulfilled, and just like on a spiritual level. I mean, this person may deal with depression a little bit too. I do think that for a lot of you, alcohol is going to be involved too with this person. They may have a little bit of a drinking problem. And I think that they especially look at your stuff online when they're drinking. And that's a lot of the time at night, I think, too. But yeah, I think that they have a heavy drinking problem, and they like to just really get drunk and obsess over you, look at all your pictures, and really, really, really think about saying something to you. Like, they think about it a lot. Like, they just watch you online, and they just think about what would happen if I reached out to this person? What would happen if I sent them a message? What would happen if I sent them a sexy picture? They definitely are trying to turn your eye. So when they're online, I think that they're not just looking at your socials. I think they're like checking their likes and checking their story views, and all that, to see if you have been watching them as well, because they want you to. They really do want you to. They want to impress you. I'm trying to make you jealous over here. I mean, when they're online, if they're not looking at your page, they're working to get your attention. They're working to get you over to their page. Most definitely. But yeah, I think that the person's interest in you is genuine and everything. It's not like I don't feel like they're just like this about everyone. There is some sort of reason that they have this obsession with you. So it does make me feel like you know this person fairly well. So if you don't know who this is, I would be shocked. It may be like a family friend, a friend of a friend. God forbid it's one of your friend's wives or something. But I feel like they are in your circle somehow, in some way, because they know enough about you to be obsessing over you, right? I mean, because there's some reason here that they think that they would have a sliver of a chance here, even though they're taken, or you're taken, or both. They seem to think here that, I don't know, that there's like, so you're telling me there's a chance, that's kind of the vibe here that I'm getting. So you're telling me there's a chance. And you're like, what? Like, I feel like a lot of you are going to be like, what? That's so inappropriate. That's so scandalous. It's so bad. Because they're just very much taken, it seems like. But yeah, this person, that's why they're looking at you. They're obsessing over you. They're stalking your pages. They're trying to get you to look at them. They really want to talk to you. They want to talk to you so bad they can't stand it. I mean, I think that if you have talked, they think about it a lot. They ruminate over that and replay those conversations, God, I hope you've at least talked. That'd be real creepy. Because it's just heavy. Heavy sexual attraction here. Heavy emotions. We got the King of Cups. Come on. We've got the King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Like, this person thinks that you are like a destined soulmate or something to them, I think. This person really thinks that, I don't know. But again, they'd have to make so many changes. They'd have to get out of this other relationship. They'd have to, I feel like, make some people mad, It wouldn't be a good situation. And they think about doing it. They think about doing it all the time. I feel kind of bad for their partner. Maybe I shouldn't, though. Again, I don't know anything about them. But just the way that the cards, this is how it's coming out here. Like, this is their partner, and he's like, oh, I'm just building this home for us, and this is them. They literally have their eyes turned the other way. They've got that sneaky grin. I don't know, it's just kind of sad. And their partner's looking at them like, do you like the house I'm building? I don't know. So that's just sort of the vibe I'm getting here with this is, I don't know. But again, I don't know the details of this relationship, and I do feel like this person is just burnt out. They're just over it. They're just done. So I don't know how long they've been with this person, but I think that they've definitely had some problems, okay? Because we've got 10 of Wands over here in reverse, and I just feel like they're at the breaking point in this relationship where they're just like, I can't. I don't want to put any more effort in. I just am not interested in working on this at all. And you now are serving as their escape away from that. You are serving as this sanctuary, like that they go to in their head where it's, okay, I can relax, I can breathe, like they sit back, have a drink, and they just literally fantasize about you. Look at your pictures, think about what it will be like to be up in your bed with you, sharing a home with you, just being being your partner and hanging out with you. And they just think about you. You are their escape. Wow. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, again, they kind of teeter on this, I should tell them, right? And oh my God, I hope they don't know. Like, I hope they don't know how obsessed with them I am. And maybe they like me too. Maybe I should tell them, Like, they just aren't sure. They wonder if you feel the same. They like don't really know. They don't really know if you feel the same or not. I think they're kind of like, would they be down for this love triangle? Would they be down to be a third party here? Or would they shut that down real quick? Like, would I be humiliated? Like, I think they really want to make a move and put themselves out there, but they know that it's a sticky situation and they might get rejected because you'd be like, what? Like, I can't even believe that you would ask that or put that out there. And then it would be real awkward. So, oh my goodness. Wow. What tea? That's a lot. Some hot tea. I guess I'm gonna leave that here. So yeah, let me know if that resonates. I'm super interested in this. This is quite an interesting story here. Good luck with this situation. And yeah, if you feel like you're drawn to another pile, I'm sure there are more than one person that looks at your socials. So go ahead and check out another if you're feeling like it. And I've got several other videos if you want to check some of those out. But yeah, if you like the video, please take the time to give me a thumbs up. It would help me get my videos pushed out there more on YouTube. If you like the way that I'm doing readings and you want to subscribe, that would be awesome. That would make me so happy. Most of all, just thank you for being here in this video today, and I hope I'll see you again. Hey, group 2. All right, so if you chose this Shiva right here, this is your reading. Okay, so who's watching you online? Who's checking you out? Who's looking at you? This seems like an ex, okay? I mean, it's just straight up, flat out. Seems like an ex. Seems like someone that you were with, and this person done went and fucked things up. I don't know what they did, but it's pretty clear here that they screwed things up. And I don't know how much accountability they're taking for that, but they do miss you a lot. They really are wanting to fix things. They're wanting to mend this. They are racking their brain trying to figure out how they could possibly mend this. So you should know who this person is. You actually may have them blocked because they're feeling like they can't talk to you. You may not have to actually have them blocked, but they do feel as though they can't reach out, So if you don't actually have them blocked, it may just be like the last conversation you had, you made it very clear that you didn't want to speak to them. Your last conversation may have been like 6 months ago. You may have ended things 6 months ago. We do have 6 months here. It's in reverse though, which is also making me think that this person might try to reach out to you in less than 6 months. I don't know. That's like the first thing I thought when I saw that. But yeah, this is like heavy X energy here. This is someone who, they could be a fire sign because the first card that came out to represent them here was the King of Wands. So they could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but they don't have to be. This is really showing me, because it's in reverse, that this person may get a little explosive in arguments. They may lose their cool. pretty easily, or even if it's not easily, when they do, it's just they act like a little kid, in a grown-up's body and kind of throw a tantrum. So I feel like you could have had some not great ugh, conversations with this person, that just things escalated very quickly. They became fights. Um, and I think that that probably took you by surprise when you were with this person, because I think at the beginning of this relationship, they really presented themselves as something completely different. And it's like as you got to know them more and you got deeper into this relationship, I mean, I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit narcissistic vibes. Not saying this person's a full on narcissist, but it is sort of like that. Where like once they got you in, once they got you isolated, once they got you to trust them, then they like take this mask off and they were just someone completely different. Someone completely different, And you're like, what? This was supposed to be a dream, a fairy tale, and now it's a nightmare? Like, what? I don't think it's a coincidence that you chose the Nightmare Before Christmas either. Like, the Nightmare Before Christmas deck is the one that got associated with this person in this reading. Yeah, they presented themselves as something else entirely. And so once this other truer self started getting revealed, it was a shock to you, and it may have taken you a way to get out of this, or a long time to get out of this. I don't know what I just said. I'm like putting out words out of my mouth before the thought is finished. So I'm going to read some of the messages over here too before I forget. So we've got, I'm still here for you. I manifested you. And then in reverse, we've got, I'm not over it. It's always been you, and I don't actually care about you. So I think what these are is they didn't care about you. They didn't, and they're seeing their fault. Again, I don't know if they would actually own up to it and take accountability for it. But I feel like they know. They're feeling it. They're feeling the loss of you for sure. They're feeling the emptiness. They're feeling the lack of your presence in their life. Over here we have cuddle. I think that they especially miss you at night, or just anytime that they're laid up in bed or on the couch. Like, you guys may have had a lot of physical touch in your relationship, and so they're really missing that. They really enjoyed that in your connection. With homewrecker over here in reverse, I feel like that may be, I don't know, that may be tied into how they screwed things up. Maybe they were unfaithful in one way or another. Maybe they accused you of being unfaithful even when you weren't. They may have had a lot of jealousy issues with this King of Wands energy in reverse over here again. Like, yeah, they could have, and we have the Emperor in reverse too. I'm telling you, the cards that are here combined together, not great. Not a great vibe for describing who this person is. I don't really like it. I don't think they were very committed to you. I think that, again, you probably shared a home together and stuff, because with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I think you guys, you have some sort of solid, supposed to be, solid commitment. And this person, though, they always have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, or 1 foot in and the whole rest of their body, out at all times. But they expected you to be fully in it. But I think that this person definitely had some control issues, some jealousy issues, just a lot of insecurities that they didn't take care of. And then they led to this own person's demise in the end of this relationship, honestly. And now they're really regretting it. I don't know, again, if they would actually own up to that, or if they would be able to change it. Probably not. I don't think that they have changed necessarily. They're just missing you. They're missing you a lot. Like, they're pretty unhappy. Like, I feel like, again, with this person being sort of emotionally unstable and all over the place, like, they're, like, very unhappy. Like, I don't know. I feel like their emotions are a roller coaster right now, especially going through this loss. And I don't know how long you guys have been apart. Doesn't matter, because whenever you found this reading, they're looking at you right now. They are trying to watch you online right now. So they're not over it, Now with this, I'm not over it over here in reverse. I think what that is them saying, like, basically they want to make up. Again, I feel like you guys had a lot of fights, and if they accused you of things, like wrongfully accused you, and always had you like defending yourself and your character and your integrity, they're saying, like, I promise, like, I'm over that now, and like, I want to give this another chance. Like, I think these are things that they would say to you. But again, like I just said, I don't think it's actually changed. Though they feel like it has in this moment, they miss you a lot. But if their insecurities haven't gone away and their control issues and their jealousy issues and all this shit hasn't gone away, then it's going to happen again. Whatever they did before in the past, it's going to happen again. But I do think this person's good with their words, so be careful if they do try to reach out to you, because I think that they do think about it. We do have Knight of Cups over here too. Like, this person, they are romantic, okay, but again, they're unstable. So, but they are romantic. They probably used a lot of romantic sort of like tactics to pull you in before. I feel like this is a love bomber for sure. Um, they're just good with their words. They know what to say. They're good with their actions when they, in the beginning, like when they need to reel you back in, when they're fishing you back in, they're real good with their words and their actions, and they'll be really romantic and sweet until they're not, until they're pissed off and throwing their tantrums and acting ridiculous and not able to fully commit to you and give their heart to you because they're terrified of actually getting close to someone. They can't actually handle that. Yeah, they're not a very grounded person, which is ironic because this stone is all about grounding. I guess it's not ironic. This is what this person needs. They need to hold this in their hand all the time. Yeah, this person needs to work on their communication skills, for one, also. They may be an artist. They may be like a creative type. They may be a singer, because we have the nightingale here. I mean, I feel like you know who this person is. I feel like I don't really need to describe them a lot. I almost probably need to put separate timestamps because I feel like some of you are like, yeah, I know who this person is. I already knew in the first 2 seconds when you said X. So what else do I need to say? Yeah, I think that they could be sneaky, could be manipulative. They have these tendencies for sure. Yeah, not very grounded. They may try to start a commitment, try to do these things, but they just can't ever actually do it. They can't follow through. But the most important thing, the most important takeaway here, and the biggest sign to tell you who this person is again, it's someone you were with in the past, because over here on the back of the deck, we had the Death card in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So this is telling me that this is a commitment that you have with this person that seems to be over now, and they're not over it. They have not healed this. They have not closed the door on this with the Death card being in reverse like that. Like, this is a chapter that they have not closed out yet, and they are hoping that you haven't closed it out either. You may be a Taurus. That you definitely don't have to be. I just the Hierophant. But yeah. Also, we've got Aries here, kind of like more than one. So I want to point that out. They may be an Aries with the Emperor there. But anyway, I think that's all the signs. But that I was wanting to point out. Yeah, this person's not over whatever you guys went through together. And that's that. So now let's look at why they're looking at your page and what they're thinking. I mean, I feel like we could probably take a wild guess here, but I'm going to clear this away and we'll take a look at that. Okay, so this person definitely seems like a karmic partner. Like, this straight up seems like a very karmic relationship. And man, I am sorry for whatever you've been through with this person, because I feel like it's probably a lot. I feel like whoever's drawn to this, if that made sense a minute ago when I described this person and you're like, yeah, that's my ex. Yeah, it's been a lot of heartache, man. Wow. Anyway, let's get into this here. So this person's watching you online because they can't move on. They can't let go of you. They just can't. They feel like you're rooted in their heart. And as I say that, I'm like, how deeply? You know what I mean? I feel like they're the Grinch and their heart's this big. So, but still yet, their little heart, whatever amount of love they do have to give, they do feel like you're attached to them. They feel like they just feel this pull towards you. Yeah, they just can't let go of you. So I do think a lot of that, though, really is their ego. It really is that they just can't let go of you because you are doing fine without them and you look awesome and you're just like in this glow up phase, and they can't stand it. You know, they don't want anyone else to have you. So it's definitely like an ego thing more than their tiny heart. But they're telling themselves, what they think. They think it's because they just can't move on because you're meant to be together and they love you, whatever. That's what they would tell you. But really, this person just doesn't want to see you with someone else. They just really don't want to see you with someone else. So they're watching you online because really that's all they can get right now. They feel like they can't talk to you or see you physically, so this is all they have. So they're looking at you as much as they can. They're already thinking about you anyway because they're so terrified that you're going to move on and be with someone else and give all of your wonderful love and attention and affection and just amazing qualities that you have. You're going to be sharing those with someone else. You're going to be someone else's partner and they're going to treat you great and you're going to forget all about this person, right? So they're just terrified of that happening. They really want to fight for this connection. I think they're planning to reach out to you. I know they're planning to reach out to you. That's what we have here. When we ask, like, why are they watching you? Because they're literally waiting on the chance to pounce. They're like a jungle cat sitting, waiting, right? And you're the prey, and they're just watching. This person definitely, as I said, that like this person gives off predator energy for sure. Like, I just don't trust them at all. I just don't trust this person. I don't like them. But yeah, they're waiting on their chance to pounce. They're watching you. They're watching you going through, again, whatever kind of glow up you've been going through or healing, or because for some of you, it's been a long time that you haven't talked to this person and you've changed since then, as we all do, like as we should. Most of us, we're always evolving, constantly growing and bettering ourselves. And especially after a breakup, right? It's just kind of like the natural thing to do. You have to find yourself again, your identity outside of that relationship, and you have to fight off the depression of that you're feeling from losing that person. So we go through what we call the glow up, and so they're seeing you change and they're seeing you looking better than ever, sounding happy, like you just look happy. You just look like you're enjoying your life. You're just brand new, like they see you out here looking brand new, and they just want in on that. They can't get enough of it. They keep watching it. They can't believe their eyes, They're like, almost like, how did I not break this person? How are they okay? How are they doing this? It's like fascinating and just unbelievable to them. But again, they cannot see you with someone else. They're like, I got to put a stop to this. This person, they've found their self-worth and they're doing so well, and I can't have that. I can't have that. So they're watching you, they're studying you. They're watching you probably in secret. So they might have like fake accounts and creepier shit like that, because I feel like this is definitely online stalker type of person. So they're watching you in secret. Definitely nobody else knows. Like, they ain't telling their friends and family about this. If anything, they're probably telling their friends and family that they don't want anything to do with you and that they're fine and that they're over it and that they're thriving and that you're crazy. This is that kind of person. But they're watching you. They're watching you. They're keeping an eye on you in private. And yeah, they're just studying you. They have to figure out like how to approach you because again, it's like you've probably changed since the last time that they've spoken to you. So they're like, well, what is this person into now? Like, again, this person's manipulative. And so I think they're like, what are they into now? What kind of like topics would they even like to discuss, and like, what are they attracted to? Like, are they, do they have a different kind of type now than they did? Do I need to change my appearance? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they would alter their appearance, and just like be super fake basically, and act like they're into whatever you're into. Like, if you have a new hobby, if you're studying some new subject or whatever it may be, they're going to try to find points of, common interest and try to focus on that. And if they're not literally telling you that directly, they're going to be showing it. They're going to be portraying themselves as, again, whatever they think that you would be interested in, whatever that is. Because they're like studying you. When they're watching you, they're studying you. They're watching you to see how you've changed, what you would be into now. Basically, how can I manipulate them again? It's kind of like a game to this person. Yeah, it definitely is. It's like they're fishing. They're trying to get you back, and it's like a game to them. Can I get them back? Are they going to see these posts that I'm making and see me looking like this and want me back? Like that's kind of the game they're playing right now. They're trying to lure you in. I don't like this person at all. They're super creepy. But yeah, they can't let this go. They just can't. They've got bad intentions straight up. We got the bad intentions card. We've got empath. I think that's you. And I think that they love your empath energy, right? Why would they not? We have marriage in reverse. So I don't know if this is like actually an ex-husband or wife, or if, if you guys haven't been together for a long time and someone else is married, something, I don't know. You would know. Marriage in reverse is here. Take that if it resonates. We've got disgusted over here too. Disgusted in reverse. And I think I think if you have been seen with anyone else at all, like if there are pictures of you with someone else online or anything like that, oh, this person can't stand it. I think it like makes them sick to their stomach, literally, to see that. I mean, I think it makes them just totally, absolutely livid. They are planning on reaching out to you. This is kind of funny how these two cards came out. We've got springtime in reverse next to in the winter. So it's like that cusp, right there at the end of winter, beginning of spring is when this person's going to reach out to you. It is a general reading, so for some of you, it could be more in winter and more actually in spring. But the way that came out, it just really makes it look like it's, the cusp right there. More so sooner than later. Like, okay, if you're watching this video as I'm posting it, it's like mid-March, right? So it's the end of winter, like it's almost spring. So what this is telling me is like any day, like any moment now, because it's literally almost spring. And again, with springtime being the one in reverse, it's going to be closer to now, closer to this winter season. So anyway, if you're not watching this at the time that I posted it, then that may not even make any sense at all, or it may still be reaching out to you during that time. The messages we've got over here, we've got, I want to take care of you. You broke my heart. We've got, I forgive you in the reverse position. And I think that's because they literally don't forgive people. They don't forget. Again, I feel like their heart is this big and it's like not even really, like they are not capable of the normal emotions, of the normal sharing of emotions that like other people are. Like they're just not. They don't get it. They can't do it. They just use people. Like you can love them, but they're not going to be able to like love you back. So more than anything, they're just like they're missing what you gave to them, I think, And this rooting that they're feeling, I'm not saying they don't really feel it. Again, I do think this is a karmic connection. So they probably really do feel like that. That's real. That's real. I'm sure they do feel this magnetic pull to you, but it's karmic and it's a karmic cycle. And they are not ready to finish this. They are stuck in these karmic cycles and they're going to continue to repeat these karmic cycles, if not with you, with someone else. Like if you're ready, which I feel like you are, I feel like you've made your way out of this karmic cycle with them and you're trying to heal and up level and move on and get out of that cycle, right? And move on into a new phase of your life. This person, though, they're not there. I don't know if they'll ever be or if they're just not there yet. Who knows? But they are not there and they're trying to pull you back into this karmic cycle. So again, what they're feeling is real. Like I'm sure it does feel like you're rooted in their heart. I'm sure they think that. But man, this person's got some major issues. They right now, they're not capable of actually having a loving relationship. They don't know how to do that. They just don't. We also, the way that this fell out here, we've got leave the past alone, and it came out with it's fine. They came out together, and I thought it was one card. They were like stuck together. So they're saying, yeah, leave the past alone. It's fine. Like, forget about that. Forget about how things were before. Forget about that. I'm new. I'm changed. I'm different. I'm healed. Just like you. Again, like you probably actually have been going through a huge healing process and they're watching it. They're watching you. They're studying you in any way that they can. So they're learning from you what that looks like, what they may sound like. And so when they reach out to you and try to communicate with you, they're literally going to be like playing a part. They're just going to be playing a part, like a role in a play. And again, they're good with their words. So just don't be fooled by this person, please, because they're not trustworthy. They're just not. But that's why they're watching you. They're watching you because they're not over this. They're going to reach back out. They're coming back. They're coming back with a love offer, a peace offering, they want to reconcile. They want to make up. They don't want this relationship to be over. they're going to say and do whatever it takes to get you back, basically. So yeah, that's what I have for you. And if you were drawn to any other piles, go ahead and check those out, because you could have one or more people, looking at your socials. This one's definitely a toxic ex. So yeah, if it resonated, let me know. If you want to share your story in the comments, please do. I would love it if you want to hit the like button. That would help push my video on YouTube, which helps me a lot. If you want to subscribe to my channel, again, that just shows support to the channel, and you would see when I post more videos, so that would be awesome too. Do whatever you're feeling, but thank you so much for being here in this video today, and I hope I'll see you again. Hey, Group 3, you chose the amethyst. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? This is your reading about the person who is stalking your social media. So let's find out about this person. Okay, wow, that's interesting. When I did that, it flipped one of the cards around. So we'll get to that. This person who was looking at you online, this is definitely someone that you know, okay? This is not a stranger, because we have a lot of like sweet, nostalgic, soulmate energy, honestly. This person is definitely someone from your past, because we had the future card in reverse until just now when I accidentally flipped it upright. But we'll get to that. I think that happened on purpose. Yeah, this person is someone from your past. This is someone that you knew very well at one time. It doesn't seem like you're in communication right now. With the communication cards that we have here, they are in reverse. So I don't feel like you guys are talking right now. But I think they want to. They're thinking a lot about you. I mean, obviously they're watching you online. We do have I'm trying to stop here. I think they're literally trying to stop watching you online so much, because I do think this person is in some type of committed relationship. Either that or you are, but they're definitely coming across as a very like stable head of household type of person. A lot of masculine energy here. So like a lot of leadership. Again, just like head of household, provider, protector energy. This person, we've got 3 of the kings here. So we've got almost like an emperor here. They're a very impressive person, very smart, very stable, also very compassionate and patient and understanding. We've got the King of Pentacles, Swords, and Cups here. So yeah, again, just like a very well-rounded person, honestly. With the King of Wands being the one king that's missing, I do feel like this person may be missing a zest for life right now. They may be feeling a little bit burnt out. This is definitely not a younger person. Like, I just don't feel like it could be. Again, with all of this impressive energy here, it's like they're very established, and it does seem like that they, are probably like a husband. If not, maybe you're in a committed relationship, because we have homewrecker and bad intentions here. And I think that that's why they're trying to stop looking at you online. They feel like it's wrong for one reason or another. We do have I manifested you here, though. Why did I just say though? Yeah, so we have I manifested you here. We've got the one that got away and water under the bridge. So again, this is someone from your past. You could have been in a romantic connection with them. It feels like you were, for sure. And I don't know, they just still think about you. They still think about you. This person could work in the legal system or something, but whatever they do, I feel like for their job, they might fight injustice in one way or another, just the way that this came out here like this. They like protect other people, defend other people maybe. If it's not for work, I mean, that's showing up here as a character trait. So again, this is a very masculine person. They're just very protective over who and what they love, whatever they care about. This person has gone through some kind of loss. They could have gone through a divorce. So maybe they're not married anymore. Maybe they're divorced. But they're definitely in like an acceptance stage. And it may be that they're still accepting whatever has happened with you and them. Because again, it's as though they're not really over that. I think they feel like it's unresolved for one reason, one way or another, and they don't like that. They don't like that feeling of it being unresolved. Over here with the 8 of Wands in reverse, we have the 2 of Cups underneath it. It's like, I think they want to talk to you. this person, they would like to make up with you if you haven't been on good terms. They would just like to speak to you again. They really want a good connection with you. They want harmony between the two of you because they do care a lot about you. They feel like this connection is very special. We also have your talent blows me away. So I don't know if you've worked with this person before, or if they're just acknowledging something that you do. You would know, I'm sure, what that is. But yeah, they feel like you're a very special person. I feel like they really do value you. They really appreciate you. With the bad intentions over here, what I think that is again, I don't know which one of you is committed elsewhere, but there's a reason that this person feels that it would be inappropriate for them to talk to you, to approach you, to communicate with you in any way, because it's like, I don't feel like you guys could just be friends, or like you never were just friends. There's something here that would make that inappropriate. And we've got I got you in reverse over here. So again, with the one that got away and that, it just feels like this is an ex, but not like a recent ex. It would have been like some time that passed between your breakup, your ending, and now. But they are acknowledging that they didn't get you in the end. They ended up with someone else, or you ended up with someone else, or all of the above. But yeah, it does seem like they seem like a good person with the energy that's here. Again, they seem very well rounded. What else can I tell you about them? I feel like you probably know who they are. Um, Yeah, I do think that they have definitely sexual attraction towards you. And so they're trying to play it safe. Again, we've got trying to stop. I think that they just don't want to step on any toes. So they seem like someone with a lot of integrity. They really do. Like, they seem like they have good character. But there is something that they want to say to you. And it's like, it just kind of sucks for them because they feel like they have to watch you from a distance and miss you and wish that things were different because, again, they do have integrity to uphold, and they don't want to hurt any feelings or be inappropriate or anything like that. And they just feel like they can't talk to you, but they really would like to. They really would like to have this feeling that everything's okay between the two of you, Not that, like, they feel like you're mad at them. It's not even that. It's just, I think they really do just miss your friendship. I think they miss your connection. They just miss having you in their life. And so I feel like they just wish, like, man, I wish that group 3 could be a part of my life. I wish that it wasn't like this, that there wasn't this weird kind of like wall between us, because that doesn't feel very good. They just feel separated from you, and they would just like to be in communication. So yeah, that's kind of what I have for you, I guess, when it comes to who this person is. I mean, I don't really know about signs, like zodiac signs, to tell you. We've got Libra here. We've also got the Cobra, so they could be, honestly though, we've got every element. So they could literally be any sign. Justice, though, is the only major arcana, so I would say Libra for sure. I'll point that out there. It is in reverse, so I think that this person is thinking a lot about you. Yeah, I think whatever has gone on here, the fact that they feel as though they can't really talk to you, that sucks to them. They don't like that at all. They think about you a lot, and I think they've considered all of their options. They always are weighing their options and thinking, well, what if I did reach out, and could we have a friendship, or could we be together in the future again? What if, I think these are like secret thoughts. I don't think that, because again, this person might be with someone, and I feel like they are a good person. Like, I don't think that they want to be a bad, sneaky person. I don't think they want to be. I think they're trying to do whatever is right here. But we do have, future that was in the reverse position, and then now it's upright. And I feel like they do wonder if you will be in their future. And I think that they would like for you to be in their future. They have a lot of admiration towards you nonetheless. Again, I feel like you would know who this person is. You would have memories with them. I feel like you would have a good impression of them, like a good, like when you think of this person, you probably have mostly happy memories. I don't feel like you would have any animosity between you or anything like that. So yeah, there's just like, there's just not communication between the two of you, because it's someone from your past. So that's what I have for that part. Now let's see, why are they looking at you? What are they thinking when they're looking at you? What are the deeper thoughts going on here? Now that we've kind of figured out who it is, let's figure out why they're watching you. All right, so the main reason I think that this person is watching you online is because they're super, super attracted to you, sexually, physically, you know what I'm saying? So they really are. And so they think about that a lot. And they do feel this like kindred spirit kind of bond with you too. So for some of you, this is like a friend from childhood, or, you know, you could have dated too, not just friends, but, cause they did have the one that got away, which you could have just always been in the friend zone with this person. I don't know. It's just going to vary depending on the situation. Cause I could see this fitting into a lot of different scenarios, but it's definitely someone from your past. You were at least friends with them, if not more. So this is someone that you would know. But there is a marriage, I feel like, affecting this in one way or another. I feel like your person is married. Um, yeah. And I don't think that their marriage is going so well, at least not in the bedroom, maybe right now, which, you know, that's things, relationships go through a lot of different cycles and phases, and this could be a temporary thing, but I don't know if your person is doing a lot of sexy stuff with their partner right now. And so they may be looking elsewhere a little bit. I don't feel like they're stepping out of their marriage or anything like that. Again, because I don't even think they want to reach out to you. Like, they're not trying to be, you know, they're not trying to push it too far or cross the line too much, but that's why they're looking at you, though. They are looking at how attractive you are, and just kind of fantasizing, just thinking about, you know, what if one day me and pile 3 get back together? You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of innocent, I guess, because it's like done in secret. I don't feel like this person's a slimy, sleazy, terrible person. Um, but you're kind of serving as an escape outlet for them right now, for sure. Um, on the messages over here, we've got I'm not self-aware and I don't want to be. You are the best I've ever had. It's fine. And in reverse, we've got this is not over yet. So I feel like this person tries to tell themselves that your story with them isn't over yet, that, you know, maybe there's a chance for you guys to somehow end up together in the future. And it's very like Disney movie fairy tale kind of is the way they're looking at it. And I think that's why we've got that I'm not self-aware and don't want to be. It's because, again, they're using you, that you are an escape to them. When they go to your page, when they're looking at you online, they're fantasizing about a life with you, about being with you again. Because I feel like for most of you, you haven't talked to this person in a long time. I think that they've heard things about you. We've got fake news over here, and I think that's another reason that they started following you, is because, you know, maybe they heard rumors and they're like, I wonder what Pile 3 is actually up to. Like, I wonder what they're really doing. And they just want to see for themselves. And they quickly realize that looking at your page could be a little dangerous for them because they have a lot of sexual attraction towards you. And again, their marriage doesn't seem to be doing too hot right now. So they think about you sexually. I don't know how else to put it. Again, I don't feel like that's all there is. I think that they kind of reminisce on past memories with you. But they're not going to reach out, I don't think. I mean, we do have a page here, a page of wands. Like, they could reach out and say something flirty. It will vary. Because I'm getting the vibe that this person, like, doesn't want to cross the line and, like, full on have an affair or anything. So I don't know. For some of you, though, they might, you know, like, respond to your story or something like that. I might like your pictures. Like, if you post, like, a cute selfie, they might be liking that as a way of flirting. And, you know, we all have different opinions on that. So some people, you know, that are in a relationship, that wouldn't bother them at all if their partner does that, like, likes other people's photos, and not other people, but you know what I mean, like the opposite sex or whatever sex they're attracted to, liking pictures like that. You catching my drift. I think we know what I'm talking about here. It bothers some people, it doesn't bother others. So I don't know what this person's wife or husband or girlfriend, boyfriend would think of this. I don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot of sexual energy here. I think they're dealing with a lot emotionally right now. And so they're just kind of taking that out elsewhere. Again, like, instead of working on their marriage, which who am I to say? But yeah, instead of talking to their partner, they're just escaping online. And I don't know if they're doing this with other past partners or if it's just you. We don't know. But I do think that they have a special place in their heart for you. But it's a little borderline delusional again, like Disney story fairy tale. It's like they're waiting for you to come and save them or something. Like one day, just this miracle is going to happen, and all of a sudden, like you're going to reach out to them or something, or they're going to be freed from this committed thing that they're in that has somehow become a mess. Basically, they're going to be freed from that and reunite with their one true love, and everything's going to be okay, and it's just going to be the happiest ending, happily ever after for everyone. That's kind of what I'm getting here with that. But yeah, they're watching you because they feel like they can't reach out and actually talk to you, and so this is the closest thing to that. And I think it just makes them happy to watch you, to look at your pictures, to whatever you're doing, whatever you're sharing. If you're sharing videos and things on your story, I don't know. I don't know what social media they're even on watching you. But yeah, I don't think that they're going to make an actual move towards you for most of you, because we do have the Chariot in reverse here. I feel like if anything, this person's just kind of at standstill, kind of stuck. Like again, they're just looking, not touching, looking, not acting. I do feel like for most of you, yeah, their intentions are pretty innocent. Like they're not wanting to act on anything. And again, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because that will depend on the relationship, because we all have different values, different sets of, guidelines basically. And so I don't know what this person's got going on with their partner, but I feel like they kind of feel shut out in the cold from them right now with the Queen of Cups in reverse. And again, so they're taking that out like sexually kind of, but like, I don't know, and maybe in other ways too, but you are one of those ways, basically. You are one of those outlets for them. Yeah, this was interesting. And I think that's pretty much what I have to say on the matter. They're watching you online because they're definitely attracted to you. They're interested in you, and it makes them happy to do so. It makes them feel better. It makes them forget about their burdensome life for a little while. Because I do feel like this person is very burnt out, not just from their marriage, but maybe a lot of things. Definitely their marriage though, or whoever they're dealing with, it's not looking too hot for this person. So I think they are going through a lot. I do kind of feel for them, I don't know, but yeah, that's pretty much what I have. So let me know if you know who this person is and that made sense. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you like the video. If you want to subscribe, that would be awesome. I would love for you to do that. But most of all, thank you for being here, watching this video, and I hope that you will watch another one. Thank you. All right, group 4. Okay, so if you chose this little Fibonacci spiral made out of, I'm not even sure, this is your reading. So let's take a look at first who is watching you online, who's looking at you online. So this person, I get the sense that they are older. I'm getting masculine vibes here too. I get the sense that they're older but immature, okay? So I don't think they're the most mature person in the world emotionally. Let me clarify. Because financially, they're I think they're fine. They're well off. They're well established. They're stable at the very least, if not like maybe rich. Like they're good. Because they showed up here as the King of Pentacles as the first card to identify this person, to describe them. So I think that this person kind of thought that they were going to swoop in and sweep you off your feet with like their money and their looks and just like their persona. They have this kind of like Casanova vibe, and it didn't work for whatever reason. And I don't feel like you were just like totally mean to this person. For some of you, you might have been. You might have been like, fuck off, bye. You could have been a little harsh. There could have been some harsh words said. But even if you weren't, you've rejected this person in one way or another, it seems like, and it really hurt their ego. And this person has a lot of ego. They do. And I don't feel like they're a bad person. I don't think they have bad intentions. They just just really do a lot of things from their place of their ego. And I feel like you sense this about this person early on, and that may be why things didn't progress any further. I feel like you were wanting something deeper from this person. You're like, show me something more. Like, are you really that surface level? And yes, they are really that surface level. But this person is a very hard worker, okay? Again, they probably are doing very well for themselves financially. Very heavy masculine energy here. We also have Dom sub. So if you did have any type of sexual relationship with this person, take that if it resonates. Even if it's not a sexual thing, like again, I feel like this person, they really like to be in charge. They like to be the dominant one, and they like their partners or their friends or the people around them to be more submissive. And again, I don't feel like it comes from like a bad, nasty place of I just want to rule everyone else. I just don't really think that they realize how it comes off. It's just they really live out their ego. And I think it grossed you out. I think you were like, ew, we have discussed it here. I think that you were grossed out by this person's ego. Because, I mean, there's a lot here. There's a lot here. Like, they're just so egocentric. But they get shit done. They get shit done. They work hard and they play hard, but they're all about their money, all about their finances. I think they have created a very nice life for themselves so far financially. They're very powerful in that way. Like they really stand solid and firm in their physical power. It's that inner emotional side that you couldn't get to and couldn't connect to because they're not tapped into it. They're just not. They just don't go that deep. And for some of you, you might have told this person to leave you alone. Again, that just will be for some, so take whatever resonates. But either way, it really stung this person. It really stung them being rejected, no matter how big or small. They feel as though you like chose someone else over them and they just could not deal. Oh, they just can't stand it. Yeah, and they really think a lot about reaching out to you. They definitely, again, they like to manifest a lot, okay? They might actually be into manifesting, but I don't know if they are. It's hard to tell. If they are, I don't know how. I don't think it comes from like a spiritual place if they do manifest, I think they're just a very driven person. Like they probably speak affirmations easily because they're in love with themselves, I feel like. They probably have no problem telling themselves that they're hot while looking at themselves in the mirror. They have no problem going out and getting the bag and manifesting the bag because they're always in that vibration of money. Like they're very much in a money frequency. So again, I don't feel like they're like intentionally doing it from a spiritual place though, but they are manifesting it all the time. And I think that they're kind of like subconsciously manifesting you because they're thinking about you a lot, and they're obviously always looking at your page, right? We see that here. But they think about reaching out to you a lot. This person, they're trying to figure out if they should talk to you or not. Because again, for some of you, the last time you spoke, it didn't go too well. For others of you, they just don't want to get rejected again because they just can't believe that you didn't fall head over heels for them. They just can't believe it. So they're actually a little intimidated by you, and they don't feel intimidated often or maybe ever, honestly. And it's a very happy-go-lucky kind of person. Can't rain on my parade, But you kind of did, and you didn't mean to, I don't think. So it's not like I'm saying you did anything wrong. And I feel like they know you didn't do anything wrong either. It's not that. It's just like they don't know how to take that. They don't know how to take rejection or a no because they probably get a lot of attention because of their money, and because of just that I don't know, chin up, shoulders back, that flexed, kind of muscled up. I don't know how to explain what I'm seeing in my head. Just that posture of just like some dude just like flexing their big beefy muscles. That's what I'm seeing right now. And it's just like, that didn't work. That didn't work for pile 4. Why didn't that work? We do have let's go on an adventure here. I don't know if this person likes being outside or if you do, and they tried to use that, to like open the door to kind of get in there with you. I don't know. We've also got I'm not self-aware and I don't want to be. 100% believe that. 100%. We've got one more time. I feel like this is because they're like, should I try one more time? You know, because I mean, they just can't stand being rejected. They can't stand it. We've also got I don't trust you, and it's in reverse. So I just think, again, it's like they don't know what you're going to do, and they don't really want to place a bet unless it's certain. I feel like that's the kind of person that this is, because they can't stand rejection. So they normally wouldn't go after someone that they don't know that they're going to get, which, again, usually I feel like they get who they want because they don't have to try very hard, because the people that they would be interested in maybe are also very surface level usually, and so they are attracted to their money and stuff because they have a lot to offer physically, you know, like their physical abundance is great. So we also have over here with the Five of Swords, again, I feel like they thought they were going to come in and just like wipe out all the competition and sweep you off your feet, and they would have a nice little trophy, because they seem to think that you are the bee's knees. So they they seem to think very highly of you. They just feel like you're not interested in them. And so they were excited, you know, to have you on their arm, honestly. And again, I don't feel like they mean it in a bad way. It just, it is though. It still is. Like, that's not great. Who wants to be a trophy? But that's kind of how this person is. That's just how they view things. And they probably thought that you would be flattered by that, actually. This Dom sub energy over here. Like, they just probably thought you would love that, you know, like, oh, you're not flattered by that. You don't want to be my submissive trophy. You don't want to do that. What? But since then, since the last time you've rejected them, could be the only time, I don't know, but take whatever resonates. Since then, they still think a lot about you. That's why they're checking up on you online. They're still thinking about it. They are still wounded over this. Their self-esteem is, and I'm sorry, it shouldn't be funny. It is kind of funny when you got a grown man acting like a little kid, and that's kind of what this is making me feel. But, you know, that's okay. So, yeah, they're thinking a lot about it, though. It's really bothering them. I think they think a lot about you at night. They think about reaching out to you, maybe after they have some drinks or something. I think they've been working a lot lately, though, too. Again, this person, you know, they like their money. They like to make sure their bag is in check. So I think they've been working a lot lately. If they did anything to, like, deceive you in any way, I feel like they definitely regret that. Yeah, they definitely regret that. But I don't know if they take a lot of time to sit and be self-aware. You know, I think that they just stay so busy that their escapism actually is work, you know, and they don't take that time to go very deep emotionally. I think they just avoid a lot of things, a lot of avoidance here when it comes to emotions. Again, taking accountability, anything like that, like with that not being self-aware sort of energy. So, but they do like you, okay? They're like not mad at you or anything. They do still like you. They have, you know, feelings for you, attraction towards you. And so you probably know who this person is. Again, it's someone you may not. I don't know how deep this went, but it seems like someone that you rejected in the past, because they were very surface level and you just weren't into that. And you've just not really had much to do with them since then. I don't feel like you guys have talked in a little while, maybe, because again, they're thinking about reaching out, like, should I reach out to group 4 or not? But they want to, and they want to maybe like ask you out again, like straight up. They want to ask you out again. They want to shoot their shot again, or just be friendly and see how it goes. But like, they still like you. They're still crushing. This is a lot of crush energy here. So, yeah. So let's see now why they're looking at you all the time. You know, what their intentions are, what they're thinking. Okay, so this is kind of interesting because I feel like although this person is attracted to you, it seems, and I feel interested in you also romantically, they may actually reach out to you and ask for your help regarding a different relationship, and I don't know if they would genuinely be wanting your help with that, or if they would be using it as like an excuse to talk to you and make you think that they're not going to hit on you or something. Kind of weird, but that came through. This person could have recently gone through a divorce, and so they're just trying to get out and date again, because that came out for the Y. We got the card over here that says divorce, which I gotta say, man, those came out a lot today, the divorce and marriage cards. So we all grown here, huh? This person, yeah, this person has gone through some type of loss of a different, committed relationship if it wasn't a divorce. And they are healing from that. They definitely are. But I think that, again, they're healing from your rejection towards them also, which healing is that's a little strong. But you know what I mean, trying to get over the sting of that so that they can reach out to you again. And I feel like they see that you're very knowledgeable about something, and I wonder if it is about manifestation, spirituality, stuff like that. And that may be something that they're wanting to ask you about, is how they can manifest more in their life, which is interesting because it did seem like they are very abundant financially, but maybe they feel as though they're hitting a wall, hitting like a plateau, and they might reach out to you about that, or about manifesting love. They might be interested in trying to manifest something other than money and might want your help with that. Either way, they want your help with something, because we've got the Six of Pentacles over here, the Hierophant, and we have Will you help me over here, and I'm contacting you soon. So this person is watching you because they do feel like you could help them in some way. So even if they feel like, well, that person isn't going to be with me, they've already told me no, they've already turned me down, they're not interested in me like that, they might reach out to you for help about something else. I just don't know, again, like if that would be genuine or if they actually would secretly just be wanting to talk to you. I don't know. Might vary depending on the person. They do feel like things between you two are not the way that they would want, because we have happy ending in the reverse position over here. I just feel like they want to open communication back up. I don't know. So I don't know what all went down between you two, but with them showing up as the vulture here too, I feel like they're watching you a lot. I feel like they're watching you a lot online. This person also may not be like conventionally attractive. And when I say that, I mean like by societal standards. You know what I mean? Like basically, I don't know, when I was growing up, it was like the Victoria's Secret models were everything, right? That was like the standard for beauty. And if you didn't necessarily look like that, then you weren't attractive in the same way. Didn't mean you weren't attractive, but I don't know. I'm trying to explain this. I'm not saying this person isn't attractive. I just mean not conventionally, not conventionally speaking, maybe. And I forgot to mention that before with the frog card. For some reason, I thought that then. So take that as it resonates. Again, that doesn't mean that you don't find them attractive or that other people don't either. It's just conventionally. But again, I feel like this person uses like their money and their stability and their aura, because they just have this very powerful, masculine, just dominant energy. And so I think that they use that to attract people. Pretty much, yeah. So they are going to be reaching out to you soon, it seems like. And there's something here that they're wanting help with. They haven't reached acceptance over whatever went down between you guys, I don't think. And this could also be whatever's going on in their life currently as well, because it does seem like they're having some sort of relationship issues if this isn't talking about their connection with you, because we have the Lovers in reverse with Two of Wands in reverse. So they're definitely like not feeling happy right now with their relationship status, with their romantic life, whatever that means. Again, whether that's with you or with someone else, they're not feeling satisfied. And so that could be what they're wanting to talk to you about. But I feel like when they're watching you, when they're looking at you online, again, they feel like you are very knowledgeable about something and you could help them in some way. And that you're doing really well for yourself, because you're showing up here. They see you as, 10 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. And over here with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I would take that as them wanting to like give something to you, but I feel like with everything else here, it's that they're wanting something from you. Even if that's just a conversation, to pick your brain about something, and they're just wondering if you are going to be open to that, because you're also showing up here as the Queen of Swords. in reverse. So for some of you, again, like you may have cut this person off in one way or another. So if that's the case, I think they're just wondering if you would even respond if they did send you a message, if you would even say anything back. But I guess in a nutshell, this person's watching you because they feel like these loose ends need to be tied up. There's things that need to be talked about. They're wanting your help with something. They definitely are still attracted to you and interested in you, but I feel like they know that you're not interested in them in that way. And so it's hard for me to tell, again, if whatever they're asking you for help about, whether or not that's genuine or if it's just because they want to talk to you. That will just depend on the person. So you'll have to trust your gut on that one. Yeah, because some of these people aren't going to be as trustworthy as some of the others. Again, they're all very egocentric. They're all very, coming from a place of ego for sure. But some, I don't know, their intentions, I guess, will vary, So, very interesting. Yeah, they're just not done with this connection with you. And I'm interested to see what it is that they're going to reach out to you about, like how they're going to reach out, how they're going to play that off. I would love to find out more about this. I wish we were digging deeper on this, honestly. Maybe I'll have to do another reading, another video for that. So, yeah, let me know. I'm nosy. I want to know what this person reaches out to you for or what they say or what they want your help with. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Sorry that was kind of vague. I feel like I keep trying to understand more specifics here, and it's just kind of vague. But yeah, this person could be a Gemini or a Taurus. Those signs are showing up here too. I don't even think I mentioned last time, did I? Definitely air signs, because we've got air showing up again here, so twice. Okay, well, I'm going to leave that here, I guess, but if you liked the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you like the way that I read and you feel like it's resonating for you, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love for you to scroll through and find another video, and if you do subscribe, you'll see when I post more videos in the future. But thank you so much for being here today, and I hope I'll see you again. All right, group 5, if you chose the pyrite, this is your reading. And we're looking at first who is looking at you online, okay? So who is this person? This is someone who's probably very attractive, like really attractive to most people. Like most people probably just find this person to be really beautiful, really handsome, really alluring. Like they just have this, they just draw people in really naturally. Just have this natural ability to attract people. So like definitely physically, definitely on the outer surface, their outer appearance, but also just like the way they speak, the way they carry themselves, it's like their whole aura. This person also goes through a lot of changes, I think. We've got the butterfly showing up here a couple times, actually. So I think that this person, they transform a lot. They evolve a lot. They shed their skin, their old skin, and they maybe have a new style. Like that may happen often. Like they may change their style quite a bit. And then also on, a deeper level, like I think that this person really values growth. I think that they probably are a spiritual person in one way or another, whatever that, means to you or to them. A lot of ways of being spiritual, but I think this person, they value personal development nonetheless, okay? They're definitely a thinker, very intelligent. They have a lot of resilience. So I think this person's been through a lot, maybe recently with this showing up here like that, the 5 of Cups in reverse. So they've gone through some sort of loss, some sort of disappointment, but they're very accepting of it. They're really determined to have control of their mind, of their brain. So I think they've done a lot of work to rewrite, old stories and limiting beliefs and get rid of old unhealthy patterns that they may have been playing out and replacing those with healthier behaviors, including like thought patterns, so they may be really into affirmations, even if it's not something like that. Like again, they're just very much future oriented, looking ahead, optimistic, and not like crazy optimistic where they're just not realistic at all, but optimistic, like this is life, this is a journey. I fall down, I get back up. What did I learn from that? Like everything is a lesson to this person. So, yeah, a whole lot of that showing up here again with the transformation and just this person's a lot about growth. They've got a lot of resilience. Um, yeah. So, what else? Let's see. I think that this person has a crush on you and they've not come forward maybe about that yet. Or if you know who this person is and you know that they like you, they've not come forward about deeper feelings that they have for you. It's going to vary, depending on your level of connection with this person. But with the Hanged Man being clarified here with the Page of Cups in reverse, I just feel like there's something that they're afraid to say. There's something that they haven't expressed to you yet that they don't know how to say, and it's something to do with their emotions. And I do think this person is a little insecure. So even though they are like so beautiful and magnetic and alluring and probably very like talented and just like they just seem like a very cool person, they've got a lot to be proud of. They are insecure still. They still struggle with some insecurities, and I don't know if they really see their value the way that other people see their value. They do see your value, though. We have I value you right here. And I think they do. I think, again, this person, they have a crush on you. For some of you, it's more than a crush. They care about you. They genuinely care about you. They also have here, we have do you see me? And I think that, yeah, this person, they don't see themselves the way that other people see them. And I think they're trying to feel out whether or not you like them or not, or what you think about them. Because they do wonder about that. That does mean a lot to them. We've also got the one that got away. Just tell me the truth, please, and don't trust me in reverse. So I think this person maybe struggles with trusting themselves sometimes, again, because they do have some insecurities. But I feel like they're working through them with just like the mindset that they have. This is definitely an upward and onward kind of person. They may be, again, they're starting over in some sense. So I don't know what that means, but they are having to start over for some reason. And so they may be a little bit defensive for that reason, like in this connection with you, if they're not wanting to open up yet and share their deeper feelings yet, or their most honest thoughts. If they're not wanting to share that yet, it may just be because they're a little on edge from, whatever they just went through pretty recently. The word starving came out over here in the keywords, and I instantly thought of that song, Starving. I think it's called Starving, and it's by, I know her name's Haley, and for some reason, I'm not remembering her last name right now, but it's her and I think Zed, and the song is, I never knew that I was starving until I tasted you. So if you want to look that song up, sorry, I can't remember her last name right now. What the heck? Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld. Something like that. Anyway, sorry I just butchered her name. I know her name. This song came out of nowhere. Well, I mean, when I saw the card, I thought of it, but I haven't seen her name in a minute. Okay. We also have homewrecker, divorce, dangerous, divine feminine, and next week as our other keywords. So, take what resonates here. If a marriage was involved with this person, then it was. For some of you, it wasn't. I don't know. Even if it wasn't an actual divorce, it was something big that they went through, some big loss for sure. I think the homewrecker part, whenever this came out, I did not think of homewrecker in the sense of like scandal and like infidelity. I was thinking when you came into this person's life, you kind of have wrecked their sense of stability that they were starting to regain and rebuild. Because from whatever they just went through, it was probably pretty emotionally draining. And, they've had to start all over, and they probably weren't expecting to like someone or have feelings for someone again so soon. And so maybe they're just feeling like you kind of came in and wrecked their ship a little bit, but not in like a bad way. They're just kind of like thrown for a loop. They were a little surprised, and now they're trying to figure out what they need to do about it. Because obviously they're thinking enough about you to be looking at you online quite a bit. We do have divine feminine here, so they may be more of a feminine counterpart energy, but we also have the King of Swords over here showing up. So, I'm not going to say one way or the other whether this person is more masculine or more feminine, um, but they may feel like you guys really mesh well. They may feel like you do have some sort of divine connection, possibly. And with next week popping out, maybe something's going to happen next week. I don't know what, because I feel like you're in contact with this person. I don't think this is someone that you just like don't talk to or don't know. For some of you, it may be just someone who has a crush on you who hasn't reached out yet. If that's the case, maybe they'll reach out to you next week. But for others of you, I think that, again, this is someone who they have been in contact with you. You might be dating this person. And just the levels of the feelings and things going on here will just vary. So, is there anything else I need to point out? This person, we've got Leo showing up here. There's definitely some air energy, but, just take that as a confirmation if you need it. But what else can I say about this person? I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, they're probably really good at communicating when they do talk with all this air energy here. I think, again, they're very smart and they probably like to talk a lot. So if you've talked to this person, you probably have very intellectually, satisfying and stimulating conversations with them. They may like to play devil's advocate a lot. I could definitely see that here. I think they also like to be outside. They might enjoy time in nature. And I think I already mentioned that they're probably spiritual. So, but yeah, they do. I think they think that this is very destined. Your connection with them, you coming into your life when they did, even though it did feel like a big surprise and a big wave that kind of like knocked them over, they're still happy about it. Even so, because they feel like it was divine timing, even though they weren't expecting it, it was still all in divine timing. So yeah, let's move on now and get a little deeper into what's going on here and figure out why they're looking at you so much and what they're thinking about when they are looking at you online. Okay, so this is very clear. Why is this person watching you online? Well, because they're really trying to feel you out when you're not with them. They are thinking a lot about this connection. For those of you who have been dating this person, you have been hanging out or talking, they're scared to open up again. They're scared to open up to the wrong person because whoever they dealt with in the past was not a great person. And they didn't realize that until they were way too deep into it. And so they're afraid of doing that again. They're like, can I trust myself? Can I trust my own observations? Like, what if I think this is a good person and a trustworthy person and it's not, So they're really just trying to watch you online to, I don't know, to study you, honestly, to find out more about you, to learn more about you. I think that they might actually check to see like who else, like who's commenting on your stuff. If you post something, like they probably look at that and who liked your stuff that you posted, stuff like that. Like, are you tagging people and things? Like, they're trying to figure out, if you are maybe talking to multiple people, something like that. I kind of picked that up here, and I don't think they want you to know about that, and I don't think that they're proud of it either. Yeah, I feel like that's something that they would like to not need to do. It's that they understand that it comes from a place of insecurity, and they don't want to be like that, and they don't want to do it. They don't feel good about doing that, because they feel like it is sneaky and just like creepy. But again, it's something that maybe they got used to doing in their last relationship or something. I just feel like whatever they were in previously, whoever they dealt with previously, it just wasn't a great situation. We've got energy vampire next to empath here, and with the earthworm card being in reverse like that, and it's just like it's all tangled up, you know what I mean? And it just makes me think cycles. It makes me think karmic, and I just feel like this person is trying really hard to not repeat that type of situation again, but they're struggling to open up and trust a new person. But when they look at you, they see long term and they see so much potential for like a really bright, solid, stable future with you. So when they look at you, they're looking at you as potential long-term partner material, which again is why they're so nervous, because they're not looking at this as like a fling, or like a little temporary thing. They're interested in actually opening up to you and actually starting something with you, building something with you. So they're trying to figure out if you are someone who wants the same things as them. Do you have the same values as them? Do you have, are you loyal? Do you want the same type of partnership? Do you want to be loyal to them? Yeah, all of these things are kind of like going through their head a lot. Also, let me be clear, a lot. Like they worry a lot about it. They worry a lot about this connection, about whether or not they can trust you. Now, if you've not talked to this person or dated this person and it's just like a crush, it's not going to be as extreme as this, but they are still looking at you in that same light of like, wow, that would be a good partner. That would be a good, potential husband, wife, long-term, whatever. They see that you would be a stable person to build something with, so they think. And they're just trying to learn more about you and make sure that they aren't wrong this time, basically. This is definitely a slow pace kind of person. They've got a lot of fear here around love right now. So they're just wanting to move very slowly, very, very slowly. And they're just hoping that you will be patient enough to do that as well. Because, yeah, they're not so sure they can trust their gut right now. They're trying to trust their intuition and go with the flow here, because they do feel like this is divinely guided and everything. But they do still have those insecurities and those thoughts in their head that they're trying to fight off. So I think that by checking you out online and watching your online activity, sometimes that's a way of easing those anxious thoughts, because they're like, okay, everything's fine. Like this person's not even talking to anyone else. Like, because they might worry that you may be interested in someone else or maybe talking to someone other than them at the same time. And it's like, instead of just opening up and asking you about it, or asking to be exclusive, or asking, how you feel about them, asking you out, whatever. Instead of doing that, they're just holding this in and keeping it a secret and just being worried about it. Because even though they don't want you to run off and be with someone else or talk to other people, because they're definitely interested in you, even though that's the case, they're also a little scared of putting themselves out there and being maybe exclusive or more committed or just opening up. So they kind of can't do one or the other. They're just on this weird teeter-totter, where they want to keep an eye on you, because they're like, man, I hope this person doesn't get snatched up. I hope that they, stick around and wait for me. I hope they like me as much as I like them, but I don't know if I'm ready for much more right now. I don't know if I can open up and tell them how I feel. I don't know if I can even do that right now. I don't know if I'm ready for that. So they're just kind of, moving slowly right now. Again, whatever they were in the past, they really just dropped themselves completely, put the other person first. Because so it's kind of cute how this fell out. It says we can't, and then the other one said forget me, and they came out together, and it was like, we can't forget me, So I think that's them to them, like, hey, don't, lose all your boundaries here, because boundaries may be new for this person, especially in romantic relationships and connections. And so they may be trying really hard to just not go into super codependent mode and get super attached too soon, But we do have in another life, and it's in reverse here. And I think this is because they're like, I don't want to wait until another life to be with you. I don't want to lose this opportunity. I don't want to miss this. They're just kind of afraid of losing you if they don't speed up. They're like, well, dang, if I don't speed up and move faster, are they going to leave me in the dust? These are their worries. And then we also have let's have sex right next to it was just the sex in reverse. So clearly, if you guys have had sex, it is more than that to this person. They do have feelings for you, definitely. And they want to do it again. And if you haven't, that speaks for itself. So there's a lot of attraction here, but it's not just physical attraction. For sure, there's more going on there. And I think this person, they're on your socials to see what else is there, what's under the surface with you. They want to see what kinds of things you share. What are you interested in? What are you posting on I don't know, whatever social it is, but like if you guys send each other videos and stuff too, like getting to know your sense of humor or like any social issues that you're interested in, social causes, I don't know, politics, spirituality, I don't know what you post about, your friends, your family. They want to see more than like surface. It's not just about how you look or like material things. They want to see what else is going on there. They just want to get to know you more. That song, Get to Know You Better, just came into my mind, that Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran song. Um, but yeah, I think this person has a very sweet energy. They definitely have good intentions with you. They just really like you. They like you a lot. They are super crushing on you. For some of these people, it's like, budding love, maybe even. Not like anything crazy, but definitely feelings. So take what resonates there. Like I said, this is some of you, this person just has a crush on some of you guys you've been dating. So anyway, that's who's looking at your social media, and that is why. So yeah, if this resonated, give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel too if you like this reading. If you felt drawn to another pile, go ahead and check it out because maybe someone else is creeping on your socials too. And also, if you want to check out some of my other videos, please go right ahead and do that. And I hope I will see you again in another video in the future.